Hey guys, I'm MattyB, and in this video, I'm going to tell you and explain to you the biggest mistake that many players are making. The biggest mistake we make as players is to think that we can just rush to level 100 and beat the game. You cannot beat the game, even if you rush to level 100. Even if you take all 8 of your characters and rush them to level 100, still didn't beat the game. Oh, you defeated the final boss? Cool, that's great, that's awesome. You can't beat the game. Not possible. There's always going to be the next thing, the next piece of content that's added, the next boss that's added, the next costume that's added. Oh, 3 months later, oh, here's another Spider-Man costume. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hang with me. Hang with me. So there's already a large community for this game online on YouTube and Twitch and Discords. Some of these guys have been doing YouTube and Twitch stuff for years and years, and this is not their first channel doing this. This is, however, my first channel doing this. I have 21 subscribers as of the day that I record this, and my videos get like 15 views. So I don't see myself as competition for these guys. Hopefully they don't see people like me as competition for them. I think we're all a big community and we can all learn from one another and have fun playing this game together. And hopefully that's also how they see it. I'm pretty sure they do, because they all seem really cool just watching their videos. I'm subscribed to 3 or 4 of these guys already. I would highly recommend checking out their videos to learn more about this game and how to improve your gameplay and progress in the game. One of the things that I noticed as I was watching a few of these videos was people in the comments fell into just a few categories. Lots of comments, but people really only fit into about 3, maybe 4 categories. This was the best comment that I saw, I think, by far. Nicholas asks, since when is the goal of a game to clear the game as fast as possible? That's a great question. Now, some people want to progress to like level 100 immediately, but some of them, like this guy, are really just have the question, what's the rush? Because they don't want to do like that. So here's another guy. I think this is a good video. For me personally, I want to finish the green quest on every alternate right away. Yeah, it's slower, but I'm fine with that. So he's cool with not progressing to level 100 immediately. Andrew here. I like to make progress fast, but I really like to complete every side quest at the same time, even if it's slower. Jason, sort of just taking my time doing the side missions anyway because I'm taking my time with it. Japan Legends. I love the game. I am doing everything I like to take my time. Which brings me to Michael. I think you have great information, but it all comes so fast that unless someone has already played the game and knows what you're talking about, it's nearly impossible to follow. I've watched many of your videos on Marvel, trying to prepare me when I started, and feel like I've learned next to nothing, whereas someone that has gone through a little of the game has perhaps learned a lot. Michael, you hit the nail on the head, buddy. The last sentence especially. Someone that's gone through a little of the game has probably learned a lot. That's the way the game is designed. It is not designed for us to just have everything unlocked and be able to do everything right out of the gate. People would uninstall the game if it all was, because they would be overwhelmed with how much there is to do right out of the gate. It's meant to be played to where it comes at you in stages. You are able to do certain things at level 1 through 20 that you can't do certain else until you get to like level 30, 40, 50, and then other stuff until you're level 70. It's still locked. So that's how it's meant to come. Thank goodness it's not all unlocked right out of the gate. At least that's what I think about it, because I probably would have uninstalled on the first day myself. So yes, I think that these YouTubers are giving great advice and great information and guides on a lot of this stuff. I'm not trying to trash them at all. Everybody wants different things out of the game, but again, people are falling into just a few categories. These guys fall into the I will take my time with it and do it at my own pace, which I think is probably the healthier way to do this, because I don't know who would possibly have the time to try to go to level 100 with all of your characters. Let me just show you some of this stuff and then I'll get into it a little more. Let me explain to you what I mean when I say there's a lot in this game, and thank goodness it isn't all unlocked right out of the gate. Okay, so let's start with skills. We have, I don't know, what is there, 8, 9, 10 different things over here on the right side of the screen. Let me just pick one of these. So, mirror dimension. All right, once you go into mirror dimension, we have class, illusion magic, cooldown. There's a second amount for cooldown. Required stamina, that's a thing. Guard break, that's a thing. And then you go even further in, you see that there's levels within what was already 8 different skills. Now let's check out Omega cards. All right, there's 6 in this set of this one area. Look how many areas there are here. Dark Zone 5, there's a special card. There's again 6 in that set. Let me just pick this. Here's a Spider-Man card here. Let me pick that. So, attack, bonus stats. There's 2 in that. Exclusive stats. Level 6 Dark Zone, number 4. Let me go in even further here. So, this card has 6 golden stars on it. Okay. Every time you pull this card, you can put it into itself, and those gold stars will turn into red stars. What this means is, to get one of the best cards in the game, you literally have to pull it 6 times, plus have the original, so 7 cards, to get the full max potential out of this card. And that's this one card in this one set that has 6 cards in it. Do the math. Then we have enhanced potential. So there's dark magic, shield, a blessing. We have 3 things there right out of the gate, but then you can't unlock this until level 40. You can't unlock that till 60 and 80, and they all have 3 more. Then we have manage cores and specializations. I can't even get into those yet. I didn't play the beta for this, so I'm not going to pretend I know everything yet. But there's stuff I cannot even do yet, and I'm glad I can't because, again, I just get overwhelmed. On the other side, we have blitzes and most wanteds. Today's target, there's 3. Most wanted, there's a bunch, and some of those are picked for the most wanted of the day. I can't do special things. I can't do the battle challenge. I can't do the raids yet. We go down to arena, Omega Wars, and dimensional duels and dark zones. I can't do any of this yet. But just imagine being able to do all that. Oh, and then we throw alliances in on top of it. So that will help you progress. But again, that's just another thing. So all that stuff is for one hero. Maybe you have 2 or 3 heroes. Maybe you're working on your 4th hero. You got to go pick one of those. So we're talking about doing like all of those things for all these different champs. And what, you start with 8, and I know they're going to add magic as another one soon. So I get why people want to take their time and maybe be completionists when it comes to that sort of thing. I did that when I played Skyrim. I would just run through and do everything as I got to it instead of playing straight through the story, the main story mode, and then going back and doing all the side missions. I just did it all together. It took me a lot longer, I thought, but it didn't really matter. I was cool with doing it that way. I know this is a different type of game, but the same rule applies. You can rush through it. There's nothing wrong with rushing through it, but there's also nothing wrong with taking your time with it. Don't feel pressured to have to hit level 100 on all 8 characters, plus all the ones that they're going to add. But this brings me to pretty much another one of the categories that I notice people falling into. DJ Roast Beef. I saw a level 45 main with full Dark Zone set number 4 yesterday and realized there was no chance for me on the new server unless I can get to 100 quickly. So this guy already feels behind. He's already level 45. The game's been out less than a week, and he still already feels behind. I know where his head's at. I feel bad for the guy, and he's not alone. Why do you say free to play or pay to play? What are you talking about, dude? He's talking about using money to try to get ahead in the game. Is it faster to get to level 100 and to progress and get all the extra stuff? I mean, technically, yeah, sure, in some ways it is. There's plenty of stuff for you to buy. Costumes, cards, perks, and bundles, and all of these things. You do have to have all of this, whether you pay or not. But free to play or pay to play, you're going to end up in the same place eventually, and you might not get there as fast as you think. And even if you do get there pretty fast, is it really going to be worth it for how much money you're going to spend? I mean, spend your money how you want. It's yours, you earned it, spend it. But Darth Microtransactions, who's one of the YouTubers I had earlier in the video, even he said he spent $1,500 trying to get pieces of a costume, thinking, of course, he'd probably get the whole thing. He literally got one piece of the 4 or 5 pieces you need of that costume in somewhere between $1,200 and $1,500. That's insane. That's why I'm saying if you can just go free to play, even if it takes longer, do it. This game is about playing for a long time. This isn't I'm playing for 3 months and I'm done. You're not going to be hardly anywhere in 3 months with 8 characters and more and more and more to be added. This is about a long-term investment of your time. Which brings me to the last category, which is where this guy falls in. I just dropped the game. It was just a drag for me. I hope future updates interest me. I predict this guy never comes back. They may have had it for a day or two, and that's it, and they were done. I don't know if they didn't like the gameplay itself, the way it looked. My guess is they either, one, felt overwhelmed with how much there was to do in the game and how long it was going to take to do it. So they were like, nope, not going to do that investment. I'll play another game. Or they were seeing how quickly some people were leveling and they weren't leveling as fast and they got frustrated with it, trying to keep up with maybe some guys that really spent money. And they're like, holy crap, I can't keep up with that. I'm out. I have no point in playing this. I cannot beat anybody in anything. Either way, don't fall into this category. I personally am enjoying the game so far. The story, the gameplay, I like both. Yes, there's a lot to the game, but it's a game. We should be having fun playing the game. So have fun. No matter what your speed of play is, fast or slow, rushing to the end and getting all the Omega cards and all the costumes as quickly as possible, or doing all the side missions and getting all the little collectibles on the maps while you go along toward the end. But don't get caught in the trap of trying to keep up with other people. You play the game how you want to play it and have fun while you're playing it. That is the whole point.
Please subscribe, like and comment on the video if you enjoyed. Thank you.